Super. BS.
What it is, my babies?
What it is.
Yo, it is good to be back. Back in the saddle.
It is. I missed you guys.
I missed us too.
Collectively, not just you though.
Yeah, us as like a corporate, the corporate us.
Corporation.
I feel like we're still missing a piece of our heart, though.
We did buy him a beer though. He's just not here to drink
We have to pour one out for him, Paul Walker style.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's...
and that's ironic. It's ironic that you put it next to a pair of car keys is all I'm saying.
Oh, very good.
Oh, my goodness. Well,
wait. What episode is this? Is this 51?
This is...
What? Guys, we made it to 51.
We did the real work.
This is the real 50th
all
episode.
The way 251.
251. This
I've
is
never
awesome.
been more excited for an episode before my entire life.
I haven't either. This is huge. I think what you were saying though, Brank, is that we do have a piece of our hearts missing from us. Donna, Dr. Neil Donna.
Dr. Neil Donna is actually here in spirit and in word. Dr. Neil Donna
saving lives tonight, or what is he doing? Drafting a new
surgery.
I have something very important and very urgent I must read to you.
Oh my gosh.
This is from Dr. Neil Donna.
Please, no interruptions.
Hi, everyone. On behalf of my legal true self, Dr. Neil Donna, would like to apologize for my absence on this eve. Under such dire circumstances, I knew there was only one way I could assure my message be heard. By entrusting it to our dear baby boy Brank, star captain of multiple sports teams for multiple high schools. So without further ado, here goes. Dave, you pernicious, snippy bastard. Wipe that smirk off your face and give it to JJ. It's time for the world to know your game. Did you think yourself brilliant when you planned a large-scale law crisis leading to multiple cases of legal death, knowingly causing me to miss tonight's show because I would be stuck saving lives with the my thing to fight law medicine? See, in this world, there's always two sides, light and dark, good and evil, doctors and lawyers. But you knew I'd step in to save lives. That was all distraction to keep me from protecting our beloved JJ. You see, after last week's reading of JJX Dave, JJ became an internet sensation, and you became, well, nothing. So you connived to scam JJ into giving you his hard-earned bitcoins for you to file copyright for his persona. But you didn't stop there, did you? No, you didn't.
I didn't.
From the depths of all unkindness, you convinced him to copyright his alter ego too, Justine. Which is just him wearing a wig and talking into a mirror to make himself feel better. That wasn't for everyone to know, Dave.
I have nothing now.
JJ
Nothing.
And his innermost desires only. And yet you exposed JJ to the world, all to put a few extra coins into your coin coffers.
It's a digital wallet.
And you thought you'd get away with it. I know you're planning on making JJ sign the final document tonight, right after the show. Good luck making that happen now that I've turned the tides on you. I bet it hurts to know that in a world ruled by the chaos of the law, there will always be doctors there to order medicine. Now I must tend to my patients. Amen.
My hero.
Wow. I really want to focus on the line ruled by the chaos of the law. There's like so many like ironies there.
Actually, it's true. Law is chaotic.
Chaotic neutral, baby.
Chaotic. Yeah.
I like chaotic chaos.
Sounds like a 311 song.
I think it is. Did Dr. Donna coach you on the inflection of how you read that? Because that wasn't a cold read for sure. You practiced that.
That was
this was
very
actually
passionate read.
This was actually a cold read. I did read the first thing to realize that there were two separate. There was like a whole space between the two documents that I read. So
documents.
Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't actually read it.
Noted.
I just I knew how he'd want it given to you. I knew how he wanted that read.
Got it. Well, thank you, Donna, for being here tonight. Sort of.
Let's
Gary
talk
Oldman
about Gary Oldman for a second.
Right. Hey.
I love Gary
Sirius
Oldman.
Black.
My favorite scene in Star Wars was when he came in and he was flying the Millennium Falcon. and he had Chewbacca with him, and the
inspired,
whole rest
man.
of the game.
Chewbacca.
So
Okay. Well, welcome to Super BS.
Welcome.
Guys, so let's just dive right in here to a few house sweeping items. We want you to email us, superbscast@gmail.com. We want you to rate and review our show. We thrive on your criticism. We love it. We eat it for breakfast. Also, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Your very own Dr. Neil Donna has taken that Instagram handle by the horns and is really just loving it. Just loving it to death.
McDonald's style.
So I don't know what that means, but definitely follow us on those things. We'd love to just like get your perspectives. But with that, guys, why don't we talk about the games we're all playing?
Heck yeah.
We've never started a show this way, so let's just the inaugural.
Well, it's the first ever right after the semi-centennial episode.
Right,
So this is
semi-centennial.
pretty much the first episode.
JJ, what are you playing, man?
Oh, hey,
Just
I'm
kidding.
actually not playing anything. I did watch all of Altered Carbon, though. So
That's a
what
video
I
game, right?
did instead of playing video games.
That's good. How was that?
Guys? No, it was good. It was all right. It was good.
Compare it to Lost in Space reboot.
Well, everything that Lost in Space did wrong, Altered Carbon did right.
Wow.
Yes, hey.
So even though Altered Carbon was trash, would you recommend people to watch it?
Yeah, I would. Why was it
But
trash?
you said it was trash, though. You admitted that to everybody and then
When did I
recommended
say
people to
that?
watch
I don't know if I heard
When
that.
I
Yeah,
said,
are we hearing
even
different things
though
here?
Altered Carbon is trash, would you recommend people to watch it? You said, I agree. And then you said, I would.
Yeah, I mean, clearly.
It is not that great of a show. It is very cool to watch, though. It's very
What is
interesting
it?
to look
I
at.
don't know anything about it.
It's like Blade Runner, but so it revolves around the idea that people could live forever. They create new bodies, and you have something called a stack. And then you can take your stack out once you die, put it into a new body, and you can live over and over and over
Oh,
again.
cool.
It's a Netflix show.
But only the rich can afford these new bodies.
Probably
Bourgeois.
Yeah.
probably lawyers and doctors, man. Just like
Amen, brother.
none of us high school captains. Who can't
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, just watch those knees.
So, Branky Bank, what are you playing, man?
Well, I went through kind of a journey. After I finished God of War, I was trying to figure out what should I play. I started Persona 5 again. I realized I hadn't played in a long time.
Real quick, everyone should listen to the spoiler cast, the God of War spoiler cast. It's really good. It's the Brank and the Jank and the Kanban Contra Connor.
Himself.
Himself.
Thank you for that shout out. That was actually a lot of fun. So after God of War, I didn't know what to play, so I jumped back through some old games. I played a little bit of Uncharted 4 and Persona 5 until I finally played some. It's a new Switch indie game called Immortal Redneck. We've talked about Rogue Legacy on the podcast before and how it's kind of like roguelite. Every life that you die, you get money, and then you start again. You can put that into some stat building. Immortal Redneck is that in first person.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. It takes place in like the pyramids and such, and it's not as clever or as funny as Rogue Legacy, but I don't think I really played Rogue Legacy for the comedy. I played it because it was just so much fun doing every life over and over again. And while I don't feel like this concept fits as well in a first person as it did third person, it's still really enjoyable. So I played a little bit of that.
Let's talk about the setting for 1 second. It's called Immortal Redneck, but it takes place in Egypt?
Yeah, it's in Egypt, and you are a redneck who died there, and now you are a mummy. So, and then one of the things, like in Rogue Legacy, you could unlock other classes, and in Immortal Redneck, you unlock like the ability to be Egyptian gods.
Nice.
Wait, so you're a mummified redneck?
Yeah, that's just one of the classes. So every class has its own loadout and then its own special ability. I mainly play as, I don't know, it's Set or something. It's like the God of War or Anubis. And
Kratos.
Yeah.
Right,
That's
good.
what they had in Immortal Redneck. We got the license. It was really cheap. But no, it's fun. I've played probably about 4 hours. I'll probably play a little bit more. I don't know if I'll beat any of the, I think there's 3 bosses in the game. I don't think I'll ever beat any of them, maybe, but definitely not all 3.
Is it a pretty challenging game?
It is. It's really fun, but it's first person, and it's kind of like first person games back in the PS2 era. So kind of janky at times. The jump feels awkward, but there's still a lot of platforming that you have to do. For as much as I like about it, there's a lot of annoying pieces that make me think like, oh, this is really cool, but there's so much more I wish they would have done. Like you go in the pyramids and there's no pickups anywhere. There's nothing to pick up in the pyramid, even though you'll like destroy like barrels and crates and things. There's nothing in them. Yeah, that seemed weird. And then the only pickups you get are when you kill enemies, which are cool. But every room is like you walk into a room, the room locks till you kill the enemies.
Whoa.
And that is very serious and very crazy. But I just mean like Rogue Legacy, if you didn't want to fight the enemies, you just ran through the room to the end. And I kind of like that more than you have to kill everybody here. There's a bar at the top, and then you can go to the next.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that how like Gauntlet Legacy worked, or Gauntlet Legend? What was it? Gauntlet?
I don't know the Gauntlet games, if I'm just being honest.
Okay, yeah, because those were dungeon crawlers too. You just walk through as like a top-down thing, and then you're blocked off in each room, and then as you killed the enemies, the doors opened up again. You're able to go on.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of games do that. Even Flint Hook did it, but there was just less enemies. And in the first-person space, some of these rooms are really large, and the enemies spawn. Like, they're not already in the room. So sometimes you'll have to wait till they spawn in certain spots and then try to find them. So it's not bad, but it's just kind of annoying. Like, oh, I was already up there. Oh, now I killed 6 of the enemies, so the other 2 spawned, and now I have to go back, which takes a little bit of time doing platforming.
How many hours in the game are you?
About 4.
Nice. How many hours do they think that it takes to beat it?
Oh, it's a roguelite, so probably, I don't know. There's probably people who beat it in 1, but my guess is probably 20 because but there's I think there's 20 points you can put into each stat, and that was a ghost of a chair, and we want to call on you, ghost. But yeah, so I would assume 20 would be to beat it. I'm gonna try to finish the first boss, but the one time I got to him, like he killed me instantly. So it was like, and that took me about 40 minutes to get to him. Okay, so what else are you playing, man? I've been playing a game that I know you and the Dr. Herself loved. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
You finally broke down and got it.
I did, even though I said I wouldn't multiple times.
He's wised up.
I did. David wised up.
David wised up.
Ooh.
Did you get a chance to play that, JJ?
No, I've actually all week though I've been watching the guy from Gaming Historian play it.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know anything.
This guy's on YouTube channel, but it looks fun.
It's really good. It's a platformer, so I generally will only play like 2 or 3 levels at a time because platformers, I don't know if you guys feel the same, but I can't like play it for very long without being like, okay, I've done this. I need to like take a break. So,
yeah, I can see that. The levels get pretty challenging too. How far into the game are you?
World 3, which I believe is the Savannah.
And dude, it's such a great world.
It is very cool. I think, and I'm like level 5 or something in, but I think my favorite level so far has been, I want to say it's World 2, but it's like shaded level. So like all you can see is like
the silhouettes.
Yeah, the silhouettes.
That's such a great look.
How does the art style hold up?
Oh, it's amazing.
It's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's stylized enough, I feel like, to hold up for a while. It's Wii U, so it's previous generation, but I think it's stylized enough to where it will hold up for several generations.
Yeah, I don't think... I still think the original Donkey Kong Countries look pretty good. I know a lot of people say, oh, they don't look good because of the way they did it, but I feel like when you do these 2D platformers with... I think they're polygonal models, but they don't look like that old school... croc-like 3D model.
Polygonal, so they have more than one partner? Is that what we're...
Yeah, they're...
Polyamorous.
I just want to make sure we're on the same page here.
Yes. Anyways, I don't even know where to go from there.
Down.
But yeah, because they are polygonal, but they're kind of like stylized, like artistically enough that, yeah, I think they're going to be held for a while.
So what did you think of the world? I think it's in, sorry, what did you think of the level in World 2 where it's all music themed in like sort of that German horn look?
Oh, that's awesome.
That so
where
cool?
they're all playing.
Yeah.
That's pretty
cool.
cool.
And like the very last part of the level, you're in that gigantic like wind instrument.
So that is really cool, but the one negative about playing on the Switch is often I'll play it in my car while listening to stuff. So
you miss out a lot on the sound.
Yeah.
And it's DY's in company, man. Like, the soundtrack is so great for that game.
And red lights, because you play it while you're driving, too.
Yeah, I play while I'm driving. And flashing lights, because I got Kanye,
in the background.
Yeah.
Dude.
Flashing.
Lights.
Every single level has that song.
That is
crazy.
That is like a top 10 song for me, though.
I do love that and all the memories attributed to it. I also have one more I've been playing. Well, actually, two more.
Oh,
but
we're
one.
done talking about DK?
I mean, unless there's more, you guys.
Let's
have
talk about Funky.
Oh, I played one level with him and then I stopped. Because
Is he too easy?
I guess, yeah. So he has 5 hearts.
Which is one more than the traditional character. So he has 5 by himself?
Yeah, he can't pick up anybody else.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so explain that to the listeners.
Okay, yeah. So, sorry, I almost rushed. I only played one level with him, but at the beginning of the game, you have the choice to either choose the original way to play the game or as funky mode, which once you choose, you can never choose the other one.
Interesting.
So you have to choose at the begining.
Okay.
So I created 2 save files. I played the first one in the regular game.
What does the regular game look like?
The exact same as
No, tell listeners.
So you start as Donkey Kong, and then you go through the levels, and then you can find these barrels with either Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, or Cranky Kong. Each one has a different move. Diddy Kong has a rocket jet that lets him hover. Dixie Kong has I don't know what you call it, a flutter that lets her go up like a helicopter.
Yeah, like a little whoosh.
And then Cranky Kong's able to bounce off of spikes and bounce higher.
With a pogo stick with his cane. Yeah, he's my favorite.
Yeah, that's who I choose almost every time. Well, Funky Kong gets every single person's power.
Whoa.
And there are no barrels to pick up at all in the game.
Interesting.
So he can both hover, he can use a helicopter move, and he can bounce off everything, and he can't be hurt by spikes ever.
So he's a character you want to pick if you suck at Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was made for that reason, and people say he's great for speedrunning. But
I think potentially too it was to entice other repeat players to buy the game again.
Yeah.
Like me hearing that now I'm interested in purchasing the game again, even though I beat it on the Wii U, because it's almost like a completely different game if you're playing it as the Funky Kong.
Yeah, and I think for kids who are 7 to 12, he's probably perfect because it's a really challenging game. I think for a lot of people, get really frustrated. But yeah, I enjoyed it. But I never beat the original game, the original way it was intended, so I didn't want to play it through it on cheap mode where don't get hurt. I mean, you get hurt, but 5 hearts is a huge, you don't get 4 hearts unless you get a co-op character. It's 2 hearts for each, and then once you lose that person, it's not like you can pick up a 3rd heart. You have to find another barrel. So he just always gets 5.
So if he always gets 5. Does he have the ability to replenish his hearts throughout the level, just like if you were playing? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and I shook my head. Yes, you can. He'll just replenish his health.
Got it. Cool. Well, you're on World 3. What is there? 5 or 6 worlds in that game?
There are 6 some hidden and levels. 7th, I want to say.
Yeah, I
was
think
what
so.
Dr. Neil told me.
Indeed.
Yeah, I am excited to play through it. I'll probably do all of the levels. I don't think I will do all the puzzles, though, and all the... There's just too many of them.
It is a lot. It is a lot to do.
And the annoying thing is the last barrel hit. If you mess those up, you have to go through the whole level again to get it. It's not like Super Mario 3D Land or World where it's you just have to jump at the end. It's no, you got to time it right. And if one single mistake, and you've got to redo the whole level. So
yeah, no, that is a bit of a drag. Once you've played the game, though, you should definitely check out the speedrunning community for it. It's really cool, and the guys are pretty impressive. It's one of the best games, I think, to speedrun.
Yeah, and I've read a lot of lists. It's the top Donkey Kong country that most people say. People put
for
it...
speedrunning?
No, period. A lot of people say it is
I think so.
The only Donkey Kong, and this was the best list I ever read, that they put above it, and this is one of my favorites, is Donkey Kong Konga, I want to say it's called.
Is that a Game Boy?
Is that with the drums?
Yes.
Oh, the drum one.
Yeah.
That
Crazy.
game is so much fun.
Is it?
On GameCube, yeah, because you play it as a platformer, but use the drums to control them. Oh, that was one of my favorite
I
Donkey
never
Kong
played that one.
platformers.
That sounds awesome, though.
Yeah, that one's really cool.
Well, cool, Brank. What else are you playing, man?
Yeah, so I finally tried the Detroit Become Human demo.
Nice.
Yeah, did either of you get a chance to play Heavy Rain?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so it's a lot like a super pretty, beautiful version of Heavy Rain.
Are you still investigating things?
Yes,
that okay?
That's the whole concept. You go around, and it's a short demo. It's probably 20 minutes. You should download JJ because it's PS4 exclusive, and you will walk around a house trying to find clues so that in the end you can negotiate with, and this isn't really a spoiler because this is probably an opening thing in the actual game. So you can negotiate with an android who is holding a child hostage.
Aren't there 3 different characters and they all have real serious negotiation things that you have to based on what you find and learn, you'll be more successful in it type thing?
Yeah, so the demo only allows you to play as, I want to say his name is Connor. He's the android investigator, like police officer one, and he goes through there, and they bring him in because an android is gone rogue, and this is such a short demo. I'm probably going to spoil what I did because I guess even in the one thing I did, there were like 50 options that you could have done. It's kind of crazy. They show you a timeline at the very end that will allow you to see like every choice you could have made. And like what you do is you go around the house and see his relationship with the family because he was originally not like a servant bot, but kind of something like that, like a servant android. And then at the end, you have like these timed like conversation, like tree, like skill thing. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's just a conversation wheel, like Mass Effect, and they're all timed, and you have to make choices. And every choice will lead to a different thing. He could kill the kid. He could. The conversation I chose ended up having him shot from a helicopter. I didn't mean him to be shot, but I got the kid away from him, and then the police decided to shoot him. I'm sure there's a way to save that android as well.
Cool. Yeah, it sounds like a super fascinating game. I'm really upset that it's PS4 exclusive because I will never play a PS4.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Do you experience any level of prejudice against your character when you're investigating in the?
Oh, people?
Is there like
you?
people prejudice against androids? Is there any?
Yeah, I mean, most of the police officers have like slurs that they say against you, but you're an android, so that's kind of commonplace there, and that's what the game is about, is people kind of treat androids poorly.
Does the game, it probably would be hard to tell in just the 20 minutes that you played, but does the game explore themes like what is human, what is not human, like where's all that stuff?
Yeah, I think that's one of the storyline's whole purposes is humanity. I can't remember if it's Connors or there's a girl.
Conbon's in it.
Conbon's in it. If it's his or the girl's. And then there's also like a movement guy that you'll play as who's like trying to start a revolution or a resistance.
He teaches capoeira.
Capoeira. But no, it's really cool. I'm going to be out of the country when it comes out, so realistically, I'll probably miss it till it's on sale later in the year. But I would probably buy it the day it came out if I was here.
Nice.
When's it come out?
Friday.
Okay.
So by the time you listen to this, it will be out the day you listen to this.
Nice.
There is one more game that I want to ask you about, but I was hoping we could take a quick break beforehand.
Heck yeah.
Superb.
I gonna live forever.
I just want to live a life. It's my life. Guitar solo a cappella? Just kidding. Well, that was a great break. Thank you, Aerosmith, for that transition.
Aerosmith.
And also Bon Jovi.
No. Mr. Bon Joni?
No,
John Bon Jovi.
It's Aerosmith.
I rock. Literally.
That's a different person.
So Brank, we so rudely interrupted you. What's the last game you've been playing?
A game that you've also been playing, old Far Cry 5. I'm back on the bus.
My gosh.
We've never talked about this game before. What is it?
Well,
Fart Cry Wives.
let's actually talk about how you started playing this, Davey. How did this happen?
Okay. So I was managing my apps on my Xbox the other night, and I was just perusing my ready to install because I was going to install a couple games that I had recently uninstalled. And I noticed that my previously measly library of like 7 games, was multiplied by 10. I literally have 70 games in there ready to download.
Wow.
Just all types of games. And like games like Halo Wars 2, Assassin's Creed Origins. I found Far Cry 5 in there. Far Cry 3 is in there too. Just like tons and tons of games.
That's crazy.
And I have literally no idea how I got them. I don't drunk purchase. I don't share accounts with anyone. I actually asked a few of my lucrative friends if they gifted games to me without telling me. Like, I seriously have no idea. And then, so I didn't believe it at first that they were actually there to play. I thought I was like, okay, good one, Xbox. You want me to download this?
You got me.
And then once I start playing it, they said, you will now be charged $79 for play. I thought it was one of those types of things. So I played, and I was really scared to turn the game off because I was like, once I turn it off, the magic's going to wear off. Lo and behold, I played the game probably about maybe like 8 or 9 hours now, and everything's fine. There's no indication that's a demo. I've never been charged for it, and it's a modern day miracle.
Have you? Hooray!
Yeah.
That's a
Curiosity.
miracle.
Did you check your Xbox to make sure to see if you had it too?
I mean, I wouldn't know because I purchased.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I have 350 games on my Xbox. I wouldn't even know what's I purchased and what my brother-in-law's purchased.
And there's also no like sort of common theme amongst the games. It's not like Microsoft only games. It's nothing like that. It's like Ubisoft, it's Microsoft, it's whatever. I have no idea.
Did you get a chance to try Assassin's Creed?
Not yet.
Oh man, that's a good one. That's like one of my favorite games from last year.
I definitely will play it at some point, but yeah, I've just been enjoying Far Cry 5 because you guys have all recently played it. So
Where are you at in the game?
I'm still in John's territory, and I'm getting pretty close to getting his attention. Whatever the resistance meter, the resistance meter thing. The last big mission that I remember doing was I don't want to spoil.
We can spoil John's.
Testicle festival is what the audience wants to know.
I am doing the festival right now, along with a couple other things. But the last huge thing I did was meeting the priest character, which is a
in the city. Okay,
which is a great. And before that too, you meet him in an abduction.
Oh, okay. So I met him before I got abducted.
Oh,
I
interesting.
Saved that city. Like, that was the
you
first
saved
thing I did.
Hope's Fall or whatever.
Yeah, right at the very beginning of the. I got
crazy.
Boomer and I went straight to the city just by dumb luck.
Oh, crazy! Yeah, I didn't. My character, I knew of him because he's one of the original interviewers in the opening credits or opening scenes, but I didn't meet him until the rescue, which is cool. But then I also rescued the city. But the last mission I remember doing was this antenna quest where you have to use the grapple perk. That was a fun one.
Those are cool. You do that a lot. That's a side mission that I've
like disabling comm towers and stuff.
Yeah.
What about you? Where are you?
I did John's, which the last mission, I won't say much, but it was probably one of my favorite things that you do.
He's the militant brother, right?
John is the guy that
John. Sorry, the priest guy.
What you're at when you get doing the first part of his mission is amazing. The second part is the bunker that you've heard us talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it was as bad as Dr. Donna thought, but it wasn't. It's not exact fun. I'm doing Jacob's region, the north one.
That's who I meant. Sorry.
Yeah, I wanted a cheeseburger, the bear. So I was like, so I chose it that way, and then I'm gonna do Hope's last. I'm really. Oh, go ahead.
Are you doing? I don't want to get into perks quite yet because I do want to talk about perks. But are you doing the leadership perks? Is that why you want to get Boomer or Cheeseburger?
No, I don't actually. The only leadership perk I chose was the get two. People
2 followers.
Yeah, 2 followers.
Cool. Sorry to sidetrack you.
Oh no, it's fine. Just because that gives you the ability to get more perks through the perk challenges.
Okay.
So you have 2 people that doing perks.
Nice.
Anyways, the main reason why I chose Jacobs is I wanted cheeseburger, and it's been fun. You do these missions called Clutch Nixon. I won't say it's pretty much. What's that Daredevil guy that's known?
Evil Knievel.
Evil Knievel is pretty much Evil Knievel side missions.
Clutch Nixon, man.
Clutch Nixon.
That's a great name.
I like each of his little statues or whatever has like a cool little story to go along with it.
Is a story, and also the music is really, really fun. It's like this rock, it's something that I both love and hate about the game, and I want to get back to where you're at in the game, but I just got to get this off my chest. I feel like this game does a really bad job at world building because half of the side missions are super silly, and the other half are talking to you about how a person eats other people, cannibalism and torture and all these terrible things. And then, I'm playing Clutch Nixon missions where I'm wingsuiting through checkpoints while rock music's going, blaring, and I'm wearing a red, white, and blue flag suit.
What's the militant brother's name?
Jacob.
Did you, in his territory, did you ever meet the dad who was running for mayor or whatever? And he had,
Herc Senior?
the redneck kid who just kept
Herc
messing
Jr.
things up. That was funny to me, even though, really violent things were happening. Just listening to the redneck kid talk was making me laugh.
So, yeah, I did that actually today, and I thought in my head, I was like, there was one joke I laughed at, but the rest of them, I'm like, I bet this is written for someone. I don't know who. But I found him. He's in the room with me. I feel like a lot of it is actually demeaning to Montana people, though, too. Like, hey, they're either good preppers or bad preppers, and they're all rednecks. So,
Preppers.
I call them. But anyways, where you're at, like, what do you think about the perk system?
I really like the perk system. I think we've already talked about this off air, but I don't have anything to compare it to in connection with other Far Cry games, so I don't have a direct comparison that is tempting right there. It's not the most intuitive thing. I do like having to earn it, though. I think it's kind of a cool mechanic, and it's fun. To me, though, I someone who is so impatient when it comes to games at this point and who just wants games to be almost instantly gratifying, for the most part, there are a few exceptions like The Witness and other games like that. But in a game like this, I just want to like plug in and unplug and destroy stuff. Yeah. And if there's a compelling storyline here and there, then that's awesome. I don't want to worry about like the actions that I'm doing, like, oh, is this going to like limit me in some way? I just don't like doing that. That said, though, I am really enjoying the stealth-related perks that I'm getting.
Yeah, that's cool.
I got Ghost. I got...
Assassin, I think, is one of them.
Yeah, I got Assassin as well. So that's been really cool, like bowing people, like doing stealth takedowns, and I'm enjoying that a lot. But I'm not super far into the game yet, so I can't say whether or not I really like it. As of now, I'm just like okay with a few of the perks, but I'm not totally in love with the system.
How do you feel about the enemies just being everywhere you go?
At first it was awesome. It felt really cool to be just driving, and then like you hear some cultists like speakers playing like worship music in the background. Like there's some cool stuff about that. I have heard that it gets a little tiresome though, like and you get kind of bored of it, and you can run away in certain situations. But for now it's okay. I think it will wear off soon though.
I think there's a lot of really great, like I think the music, which you mentioned, is amazing. I think all the songs they wrote for that are really good. They're just good music. Like I kind of want to find that soundtrack and buy it. But I think there's problems with like the capture sequences to give you story. Like once they happen, it's like you can't run away, you can't do anything. You might as well just stand in place because you have to wait for them to capture you and you can't do anything else till they do that. And I get that they wanted to like give you story chunks and let you do whatever you want to do. But I kind of wish that you got that through the missions themselves instead of like, this is the set story arcs.
Right, and the ones where you're being chased by people, like they send people out to get you, those are flawed in the fact that you don't always have to be captured by people. The moment that you take on damage, the story triggers. So you have your, like if you're running and you accidentally fall off of like a cliff face and you're kind of going down, you take damage. The moment you take that damage, the story triggers. So you don't even have to be captured by anybody.
Yeah, that I had that happen today, and it was really dumb. Like I used my grenade launcher and killed the first group that came after me. And then another group came after me. I used my grenade launcher again. I'm like, oh, it's so cool. And then no one was around me, and then all of a sudden my character looks down, stops, and there's an arrow in his leg. And it's like, okay, whatever. I guess I have to do this. And all the story beats are really cool. It's just the way they're triggered is kind of like, oh, I'm in the middle of doing something. Like either maybe want to quit or I want to do something else, but now I have to do this thing. So it's not bad. It's just it's slightly annoying.
The Militant Brothers story scenes are just not exciting to me.
I feel like he hasn't talked. Like he talks like a little bit, but
yeah, well, I mean the way that you have to escape them though, like but in Faith's one you have like this weird drug trip, and at least like the visuals are cool. But with this,
don't spoil too much because I actually haven't done any of it.
Okay, all right. Well, you can talk to me about it when you're done with it. Then
we'll do a spoiler cast for it.
Yeah, have you finished the game then?
No, I'm on the last guy right now.
You're on Joseph?
Yeah, I'm in his
you should
territory.
just finish it. Dr. Donna said it's like 1 hour.
Okay, well,
to do Joseph Seeds.
Do it tomorrow then,
and then we can all talk about this together in the summer. But
I better get working then because I want to finish it too.
I think John's so far because I've played Jacob's area for probably 3 or 4 hours and I'm almost done with it. Mm-hmm. I think John's is by far the longest.
Okay,
I feel like I spent 8 or 9 hours.
That's about how much I've been playing so far.
Yeah. Oh man, it's growing on me though. It's a really fun game.
Cool. Yeah, no, I totally love it. I just wish I was better at Xbox controllers. I'm so bad at whatever the kind of controller it's called.
And we got to try co-op with you, man. I think you really get a kick out of that.
Well, speaking of that, I just got a legit headset tonight for my Xbox.
Was it like the stereo one?
Yeah, it's full surround.
Those are great.
It's a 600 series Stealth Series by Turtle Beach.
Oh, nice, man.
Oh, crazy.
How did you happenstance upon that?
Yeah.
Tax refund, boy.
Yeah.
Yep. Tax refund was probably the smartest thing the U.S. government ever came up with. It's like, guys, they'll just spend it the next day. It is true.
We got to spend it the next day, bros.
But I actually found a pretty good deal. I found it on Newegg for $88.
Oh, that's not bad for that one.
Yeah,
and it works on PC too, right?
Mm-hmm, PC and Xbox.
Oh, nice.
It's generally 100.
Wow. Okay. Very cool.
Yep. So I don't know, guys. Are we done talking about Far Cry for tonight? What do you guys think?
I think we'll revisit this a lot. So
sounds good.
I'm okay with putting a cap on it for now.
Cool. Should we jump into the sweet news?
Let's do it.
Okay. We want to talk also about our big topic of the night too. So Dream3 Wish.
Yeah, it's our Dream3 wish.
Real thing. Guys, so we all know about your favorite, most recent game, Resident Evil 7, but there's like a new way to play it. Would someone want to tell me about that?
Yeah. Do you know this, JJ?
You have to be Japanese is all I know.
It's true. You
Right
can't be
now-
American, that's for sure.
You can't be American. Play this, man. It's illegal. There's not a ton to say, but they're creating a streaming service. It sounds like it's still hard to parse if the game itself is $20 or it's a streaming service that only has Resident Evil 7 that you pay $20 a month for.
For the Switch.
Yeah, for the Switch. But you stream the game to it. It's only 56 megs to download, but it only works in like when you have a great internet connection.
Yeah, which is by definition illegal in America.
Yeah, so it sounds interesting. I've never liked this idea for the future streaming because obviously where we live in the U.S. just doesn't work. Mm-hmm. I'm curious what people think about in Japan. If it is $20 a month, I think that's crazy for paying for a game you don't own.
It can't just be for one game because that is ludicrous.
It's just Resident Evil.
As of right now, it's just that. But we'll see. It comes out, I want to say, this month or next month they announced it for.
I feel like a few weeks ago when we were talking about our predictions for what the new CEO of Nintendo would be doing, didn't he talk about stream services and things like that in past conferences or press conferences?
He did, but since this is like Capcom specific, like they created it, I don't know if it's under like the wings of Nintendo or whatever.
Got it.
It was just an interesting story. I want to talk about it because it was just such a weird thing.
Yeah, it's also a weird game to pick to stream. Like, why would you want to play Resident Evil on the go? It just doesn't seem like the game to do that with.
And you can't play it on the go because your internet connection needs to be so good. So,
what about public Wi-Fi? I'm assuming public Wi-Fi wouldn't be strong enough.
Yeah, so why wouldn't you just buy it on a PS4 or a PC because nobody's gonna buy it on Xbox in Japan. But why don't you just buy it on one of those two? Because
I don't know.
The Switch at home, it's like the whole thing seems strange. But
it does.
It's kind of crazy and fun. Then that's just so crazy.
Yep. All right, let's talk about Black Ops 4. I can take this one. So we were talking about for a while just the rumors that the Black Ops 4 wasn't going to have a campaign and potentially in exchange for a Battle Royale mode. That has been confirmed. That is true. So I mean, I'm not going to play this game no matter what. Mm-hmm. I feel like I was one of the people, though, who did appreciate the Call of Duty campaigns. I don't know if everyone feels that way. I think most people play them for the multiplayer.
I liked having the option of playing them.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's good to have options. Now you can have the option of not playing the Battle Royale mode.
Not buying the game.
I'm like, I agree with you. I think adding the campaign was cool because the game at least is worth keeping. You know, if you ever were like, I'm going to keep Call of Duty, I can play the campaign in the future. But the Battle Royale blackout mode, it's the same as all the other multiplayer things. It's only good as long as all the servers are kept on. So $60 for something that might end 3 years from now. I mean, to each their own. Like if they get,
2-3 years from now, the game will have outdated, right? Like they'll have made a new game anyways.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the servers might be, and Call of Duty is one of those series where they have the servers are still on for the Modern Warfare, the fourth one, which is
crazy.
8 years ago now.
Yeah.
So maybe
That's
the servers
only 8 years.
2007. Okay, so maybe 9 years then. Oh, that's crazy. But it's still like the point where, maybe it's worth it for people, but I'm just curious. I'm curious
11 years actually.
They have to be.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Yeah. Sorry. So it came out the year that Mass Effect came out.
Okay.
I remember because I played them like back to back. So
Gotcha.
I want to say that was 2007. I hope that's not 2000.
Are you guys interested at all in the Battle Royale mode?
Here's where I stand on that. They have to be, if they eliminated their campaign, they have to be pretty damn sure that people are going to stop playing Fortnite and PUBG to play their Battle Royale mode.
I don't even know if they're trying to do that. All I think that they're doing is trying to win back their potentially lost Call of Duty people who are now playing Fortnite. I think they're just trying to okay, well, we have Battle Royale mode too. Don't leave.
I guess I have to wait to see what it looks like. But from what I understand, people mostly play the Call of Duty games for the deathmatch and the objective-based multiplayer games.
Yeah, I think that's the case, but Battle Royale is the hot button, and if they can keep the players there, which most Battle Royales are between 50 and 100 players per match, so it requires a huge player base, then that might be cool, because I think Battle Royale modes, I only played PUBG. I know, Dave, you played Fortnite, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you
a
loved
little bit.
it.
I loved it so much.
You played
Did I share my experience
You
on the
did
show?
not share it because we missed the week that you would have shared it.
Yeah, okay. So I just played a normal map, and I spent 5 minutes looking for someone. Didn't see anyone the whole entire time. And when I did find someone, I was killed within 1 second of looking upon them.
And that's perfect.
And it was the biggest waste of time I think I've ever spent.
I told you we should play co-op, though.
So we would have cut our time in half, 2.5 minutes of not seeing anyone.
You would have given the other guy 2 kills.
So that's in essence, though, I think what makes, and I don't know about Fortnite, but what makes PUBG cool to me is the fact that, you don't see anyone for a long time. PUBG, I played with a friend, and he was bored out of his mind because we went 10 minutes, or not 10 minutes.
Who did you play with?
A friend, Mike. He was
okay.
But he was just overwatching, and maybe it was
Overwatching.
Overwatch. Oh, yeah, okay.
Maybe it was 5 or 6 minutes. But anyways, we went 5 or 6 minutes without seeing another person. But a lot of that is, though, the suspense, because you're if you see someone, one of you is pretty much going to die.
Maybe in PUBG, I can see that because it has more of a realistic feel and looks more real world. But Fortnite is so cartoony. I didn't get any suspense. I was just dude, this is lame.
Did you run into Thanos at all?
I did not. I didn't play the Thanos. Real quick side note though, my son calls him Stripe Chin.
Stripe Chin.
Which sounds like a total derogatory term.
There are worse things you could call him because of his chin. So
That's true.
Yeah.
Butt chin.
Butt chin.
Butt chin.
Yeah.
Don't teach your son that, okay?
Well, so I don't know. I feel like if they're going to have the Battle Royale mode, it better do something that is both Battle Royale-esque, but also a unique spin on Battle Royale that is unique to Call of Duty. Because if it's just Battle Royale, I don't think people who are into the Fortnite and into the PUBG scene would have any incentive to going back to Call of Duty Black Ops. It needs to be something cool and unique about it, which I don't know if we know anything about the mode yet.
They didn't say anything about the it's called Blackout, the Battle Royale mode, besides...
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah. Besides it being 1,500 times the size of a regular Call of Duty map.
That means literally nothing to me.
So they said it's 1,500 times the size of Nuketown. I played Nuketown a lot, so it's a pretty small map. I'm not great in distance. So
Compare it to Dust 2.
Yeah. I'll compare it exactly. It'll be perfect.
Square footage.
But no, it could be cool. I like the Call of Duty games in the past, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think it could be cool. Yeah, we'll see. I'm actually really excited for Dota 2's take on Battle Royale.
Isn't that already out though?
The threes, the Hollow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just haven't played it yet.
Okay.
Have you played it?
No, I don't think I'm ever going to play Dota 2.
It's a pretty mean community. I don't know if I feel strong enough to do it yet.
Yeah, I just don't think I have the interest to want to play a 45-minute. I played LoL for a little bit. I'm like, this is a long time to lose,
I think they're doing this new thing. I'm not sure if it's out yet, but I think Dota 2 is doing a new thing where they or it's a shorter mode. Oh, no, maybe this is League of Legends.
No, Dota's doing that too. I listened to another podcast that loves Dota, and they were talking about that.
Yeah.
So it's like a quick battle. So something that's normally 45 minutes to an hour It's like everything's doubled, the leveling and the gold and all that stuff.
I thought one of the games that was doing this mechanism where the buildings are self-degenerating. They're just kind of like constantly losing HP.
That could be it, because from what I've heard, it's super easy to solo like a tower. Really
Okay,
easy.
yeah, it must be it then. Well, anyways, we speculate that on a lot, but yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Rage 2, aka Mad Max Fury Road 2.
Yes. All right. So that was leaked. Is this a separate news topic from the Walmart thing?
Let me do the Walmart one
Okay.
real quick, because this will explain everything. So Walmart leaked a bunch of games right before, I guess it's not right before, but about a month before E3. One of those games was Rage 2. Another one was Splinter Cell, Borderlands 3, a bunch of games that haven't been announced yet.
Walmart leaked these?
Yes, Walmart Canada.
Oh, dude.
Gears of War 5, Just Cause 4, Borderlands 3, another Assassin's Creed
These are
sequel,
my predictions.
Division 2.
Just roll them back, Dave.
Yeah,
Roll them back.
just like a bunch of stuff that people were like, oh, okay, like that's crazy. But yeah, these are probably true, except for Rage 2, because Rage did not sell well, and everybody was like, Rage 2 this might be just like a fake rumor, you know?
I thought I heard a rumor about it before this Walmart stuff. When was this Walmart leak?
This Walmart leak was about 3 days before Rage 2 was announced.
Okay, that's probably why.
So go ahead, JJ.
All right. Did either of you guys play the first one?
No, I know
No.
Dr. Donna had it.
I played it. It was all right. I mean, it was basically Fallout with cars. I wasn't interested enough to for them to be like, oh yeah, I want a sequel to this. But anyways, the game is announced for spring of 2019 and will be. Here's a quick snippet of the story detail. It says an asteroid has annihilated 80% of the Earth's population, and humanity's numbers are dwindling. It goes on, ruthless and bloodthirsty gangs roam the open roads, and tyrannical authorities seek to rule with an iron fist. So you play a ranger of the wasteland, and you're basically like in the first one, you were a colonizer. So you came back down to Earth after nuclear war or whatever.
Oh, it was Wally.
Yeah, and then so like your base is a spaceship, and everyone else in the spaceship died, and then you get out and you roam across the desert, and
Cool.
yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I'll play it, but I'm not going to buy it day one. I'll probably see if it goes on sale or something.
Did either of you guys get a chance to watch the Rage 2 trailers, though?
I saw the cinematic ones.
You didn't watch the gameplay one?
No.
So one thing that was cool that Bethesda did is about a day after the Walmart leak, they started circling on their Twitter account. They started circling the Walmart leak, which is just a bunch of like no box art with white text, like basic white text that says Rage 2, and then it has a date when it's supposed to come out. I can't remember the dates. I think they're all like 2018, like placeholders. And one thing it is circled like, hey, this is wrong. Like the A doesn't look like their stupid anarchy A and all this stuff.
Did you see their tweet back to him? This is why we can't have nice things.
I want to say Pete Hines, like the head of Bethesda, did that. And then so like a day later, they do a live action, which reminds me of Mad Max Fury Road, which is kind of cool, but it didn't show anything. And then a day after that, they do the video game gameplay trailer, which was really cool looking.
I'll have to check it out.
Well, assuming Borderlands doesn't come out in 2019, like I think Rage could sell relatively well because it's there's no games in that niche that's coming out for a while.
Well, Borderlands 3 was in this leak, so...
But, okay, well, we'll get to that in the news section.
Well, we're in the news section, man.
Okay.
Real quick, is Rage 2 more like a Elder Scrolls game or more like a Borderlands game?
It's more like a Borderlands without all the loot.
Yeah.
So,
A big thing that people love about Rage is the vehicle combat. So you get to customize your own car and you go and do races.
Cool.
And I mean, yeah, you can customize. You can beef up your car a lot. You can go across the wastelands. You can run people over. You can shoot them or whatever you want to. But like if you can go into certain areas where the enemy's cars get stronger as you.
Okay.
So it's
So heavily inspired by Mad Max.
Yes, yeah, it's basically
Gotcha.
Mad Max the game.
Mad Max 3, the best one.
Mad Max 3.
speaking Max 3,
Thunderdome.
Thunderdome. Speaking of Mad Max, so there's another game series that is pretty much Mad Max as well that you love, JJ, and you won't stop talking about.
Borderlands 3.
Let's hope it never comes out.
Well, they're working on it because we've seen concept art popping up, and didn't we talk about one week how one of the developers said that it's being worked on?
We did talk about that. You mentioned it.
Yeah. So Randy Pitchford, everyone thought that we'd get to see it at E3 this year, and Randy Pitchford made like some vague thing where he goes, when I make something vanish, which is a magic trick and fake, people will swear that's real, but when I eat a light bulb, which is not magic and is real, people will swear that it is fake, a trick. And then he says, for example, I could write it out now precisely and specifically that Borderlands 3 will not be at E3, and many of you will choose not to believe it. Many of you will find a way to interpret the intent to suit what you want to believe regardless of what is true. So I don't know what that means. Maybe it'll be at E3, maybe it's not, but E3, not E3.
Sorry.
Yeah.
He said it won't be at E3.
But then he also said that he might be wrong, so I don't know.
This is interpreting it. It's exactly what he said we'd do.
He gave an analogy and said exactly that. He said, some of you will believe that what I'm saying is not true.
Wait, is he calling me out?
He's calling JJ out specifically.
I think so.
No,
I
but
think
then
so.
in a few days later, 2K announced that they're pushing one of their big franchise games coming out back to 2020, I want to say. So there's speculation that's either Borderlands 3 or BioShock.
I mean, BioShock, I couldn't imagine would come out next year anyway, since we just heard a rumor that was even being worked on.
Right.
They have... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, and Red Dead Redemption, right, is coming out soon, isn't it?
That's
true,
around
yeah.
October.
Yeah, so I don't know. It seems pretty close.
It seems like you wouldn't want anything coming out within 6 months of Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, I mean, Take-Two and 2K, yeah, I mean, even though they're different, you don't really want to put something right next to Red Dead. I think this winter that's why everything's moving out of the way. After Red Dead, there are so far no games announced. There probably will be, but right now Call of Duty moved before Red Dead. Battlefield's moving before Red Dead. So I think everything's kind of afraid of it. But I wouldn't expect Borderlands 3 there because he said not to, but it was in that leak, so it's still...
Right. I mean, I would suspect Nintendo will probably release something within the span of Red Dead.
They do whatever they want, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of separate and apart. Well, guys, should we take a quick break and then hit that Dream 3 wish?
Heck yeah.
Nothing's better when grilling your favorite meal than adding some delicious Wheelie Q rubs, seasonings, and gluten-free barbecue sauce. Made with the finest ingredients, Wheelie Q products pack a ton of flavor to your meals, whether it's ribs, chicken, steak, hamburgers, fries, or vegetables. To get your hands on some of these tasty Wheelie Q items, head on over to www.wheelieq.com, and a portion of all profits made will go into finding a cure for spinal muscular atrophy. Super BS Gamescast listeners, act now and get 15% off your order today just by entering the promo code POD4. That's POD and the number 4 at checkout. For the tastiest food on the grill, nothing's better than Wheelie Q items today at wheelieq.com.
Hey guys, so Memorial Day is coming up, and what do you usually do on Memorial Day?
Fight people.
Fight people, but you also you also occasionally barbecue.
Nah.
And we have a sponsor today, Wheelie Q Barbecue Sauces and Rubs. They're family owned in Garden Grove, California, and offer gluten-free barbecue sauce, barbecue rub, and SPG seasoning. They use high-quality, simple ingredients and donate a portion of their profits to research into finding a cure for spinal muscular atrophy. Check out their products on wheelieq.com and tune in sometime in the show for an ad that will have a discount code that'll get you 15% off your entire order.
Probably right before this pre-read ad.
What is the, how do you spell that again? Wheelie Q?
Wheelie Q, WHEELYQ.
Cool. Sounds tasty.
What type of flavorings do they have for barbecue sauce?
Barbecue, I imagine.
Do they have a mesquite, a skeet McVeet?
You just got to go on their website and check it out.
Can we get a Super BS flavored barbecue sauce made?
Hey.
Sounds
Tastes like
really
lies.
and doctors and lawyers and all the bad.
Oh my.
Tastes like the law, man.
Anyways, let's talk about the Dream 3 wish list topic of the night that was explained to me multiple times off air that I have no clue anything how it's going to go
This
at all.
is your Dream 3, okay? This is what you wish would happen every E3. We're making the predictions. We're making it happen, Cap'n. When people hear this and they hear these predictions come true, they know Super BS was the reason for the season.
Mm-hmm.
We changed it. We made it. We brought it. We bought it. We did all the cool things.
That would have been a good segue. The reason for the season, I could have gone seasoning.
Dang it.
That was too late, and I don't like editing. But anyway, so I contacted some of our previous guests, and I'm going to read you some of their predictions. And we can talk about what they think. Okay?
Sounds great.
So old Hot Scott, he gave me 2. They were not pipe dreams. They were very realistic. Thanks a lot, Hot Scott.
What's the opposite of a pipe dream? Poop dream?
It's called a poop
Whoa.
daymare.
We don't want to go there.
I predict a new Call of Duty, one I have no ambition to play yet,
Okay.
and a new BioWare game. Hey, Hot Scott, just to let you know, that all came true. Thank you, okay?
What's the new BioWare game?
Anthem.
Anthem's going to be coming out this year?
No, it's coming out next year, but I mean,
Okay.
it's the new BioWare game.
Yeah.
Hey, so old Churn, he gave us some. He gave us 5 that were all pretty sweet. Skyrim gets announced for another system. iOS.
So loud.
Oh, crackling there.
iOS and Android, and they're adding a new Battle Royale game mode. It's his first one. His second, Ocarina of Time remaster for 20th anniversary. It's a DLC for Breath of the Wild.
I'm into that.
That could be really dope.
Does it look like the Breath of the Wild engine? That would be so choice.
He did not say, but let's go with that because I love that idea. His third, Kingdom Hearts 3 gets a release date. Sure, that's never going to happen, okay? We know it's never going to happen.
That's an Inception. Dream 3 Inception. Dream within a dream.
Dream within a dream within a dream. Halo 6 gets announced.
I
feel like
almost
that's
wrote
actually
that
gonna
one.
happen.
Yeah, I think so too.
These are Dream 3, okay?
That's a poop dream. That's not a pipe dream.
Most important is Nintendogs and or Animal Crossing comes for the Switch. Churn, we love it. We worship it. We thank you. So our brothers over at Mini BS, Kanban's dream list is this. Ocarina of Time, 4K on Switch.
That's pretty choice too.
GoldenEye, 4K, 60 FPS. God of War, PvP mode, so you can fight your friends in God of War.
Battle Royale?
Yeah, Battle Royale, God of War.
I want to play as the mom.
Resident Evil 8. That's cool.
And you kill your
After
son?
7.
You can stream it. Yeah.
Be a weird plot twist.
And this is at E3 with Chapin's June 10th. Anthem gets a surprise release date of June
never.
1st. So it comes out.
9 days before.
And then Kanban's co-host of Mini BS, Old Veet Veet, says his dream list is Ocarina of Time, 5K on Switch. GoldenEye, 5K, 70 FPS.
Are these like themed like runs that you do to like raise awareness for diseases or something? Like 5K?
Guys, I have to take a break soon if I keep laughing this much. God of War Pop mode.
What is that?
You all play as Pops, I guess, like that.
I was like okay.
He's saying Resident Evil 9.
It's gonna skip a iteration. Streamable.
And then Anthem gets a surprise release date of tomorrow. The day after,
Dang.
the day after you hear this, it's coming out. So
That's legit.
Pete, we appreciate that. That's really probable.
Really heartfelt and thoughtful.
Dr. Neil Don is not here, but he
That's
does
right.
have Dream 3 predictions. 1, Sony announces a brand new Twisted Metal game, heavily focused on the storytelling. And everyone worships them, even though those games are trash. Okay. Do you have,
No
do you have
animosity
anything
there.
to defend for Twisted Metal?
Twisted Metal. Oh my gosh.
No, I mean,
That
I'm
game?
just amazed by
Tom used to love that game.
Sweet Tooth, man.
His
Sweet
second
tooth.
prediction. Xbox announces a string of new exclusives, including JRPGs, to be released in a reasonable time frame, and everyone hates them. His third prediction is Spyro the Dragon is canceled for all eternity due to it not being Croc, and therefore trash. His fourth prediction, Square announces its next Avengers-based game starring Thor and featuring an improved Final Fantasy 15 style combat system. That'd be cool.
That sounds pretty fun.
And this fifth is Nintendo announces a new Zelda based on the era Breath of the Wild, but set in a dream world of some kind. Like
Dream 3.
Cool. Dream 3, my bros.
That sounds pretty cool. Actually,
his sound like they would be fun to play.
The first 3 were
real and
were
cool.
like will happen.
The second 2 were like, man, I don't want to play those games. So,
well, thank you, Dana, for those predicts, my man.
and who wants to go next? Who's ready for their Dream 3?
Oh man, this is a tough act to follow.
I can go if you guys don't want to start this bad boy party off.
I'll start it off. Mine are not as funny. They are not realistic. They're like the perfect pipe dream, I guess you could say. The perfect Dream 3 wishes. Does anybody watch the show True on Netflix? It's a kids show.
Yes, every day. If
Okay.
It's kids.
Like every episode they go to this wishing tree and they get 3 wishes to help them solve the problems of the show, and they sing the song, "Please share your wonderful wishes with me." And so we should splice that in right here.
We'll do that all
Okay,
day.
cool.
It's already
Thanks.
done 100 times.
Okay, good. All right, I'm going to start here.
Covered by Fred Durst.
Covered by Fred Durst. So, WoW and Hearthstone on console.
Oh, that could be really cool. What console?
Xbox One only.
Do you think they've ever actually thought about that though?
Yeah, for sure. Especially
They've been mentioned, actually.
Yeah, especially Hearthstone. I think would be such an easy port to console.
I'm surprised it's not on Switch, because you can play the tablet version.
No, it would be nice on the Switch, but playing it on the go might be tough. And like that's one of the cool appeals of Hearthstone is you can play it on your phone now. You can, if you can already play it on your phone, like why on your Switch? But playing it on the TV would be so nice.
I just feel like there's no loss either way of putting it on all 3. Like I don't think it's a huge undertaking.
Yeah, and same with WoW too. Like WoW has become so streamlined, at least at the leveling stages, that you don't really need a full rotation. You don't have all your action bars filled out. Grinding is super easy now. Like I think it'd be perfect for a console.
Yeah, that'd be a cool one.
Okay, so my next is Red Alert 4.
That could happen. Red
I
Alert
know.
4, that'd be rad.
Dude,
The last
would
one
be.
came out when?
The last Red Alert?
Yeah.
Like early 2000s.
Okay.
Like 2001
Yesterday,
or 2.
or 2 days ago. maybe.
Yesterday.
Because there was Red Alert 2, and then there was Red Alert 2 Yuri's Revenge, and then Red Alert 3. That came out, I think, when we were in college. Correct?
Red Alert 3 did come out when we were in college.
when we were in college. So what is that, like 6 years ago now? Yeah, 6 or 7 years ago. I loved Red Alert 2 so much. I would be so smitten by Red Alert 4. Be awesome.
That'd be cool.
Okay, next is Mario Odyssey 2.
That would be awesome, okay? Curtains come down. Nintendo has that new Donk City playing.
Yeah.
Boom!
Did they ever do an add-on for that? Like a story add-on?
No, nothing. No DLC for that game. Imagine that, though, just doubling up, even if it was the exact same but just different worlds, I would love it so much.
Oh, totally. I mean, just like Galaxy 2.
Yeah,
Like,
that game is great.
That's exactly what I'm envisioning. And my last but final wonderful wish with me is Elder Scrolls 6.
That's 4, my brosif.
Well, it's technically 5 because WoW and Hearthstone.
Elder Scrolls 6, I hope that happens.
I think we're going to get a reveal trailer this year at E3.
That's what people are saying. I think Starfield is going to be the thing. But yeah, Elder Scrolls 6, I've been waiting.
We'll get at least a logo and
I've been
some
waiting
music.
for a girl like you to come into my life.
Thank you, Bon Joni. For that.
Bon Joni. All songs are done by Bon Joni. So
Who's next? JJ, are you next?
All right, I got this, guys. My first one is Sony announces Legend of Legaia 3.
Whoa, did they have a 2?
Yeah, there was a 2.
Really?
No one knew about it.
So they're going for the 3 people.
Over the 3, maybe.
Oh, yeah. My second one is Remedy's new project is actually Alan Wake 2.
That could be dope, dude.
Because
Nightmares.
they have something called P7, and it's like a code name for whatever their new game is, and it could be Alan Wake, I hope.
Or Leisure Suit Larry.
Yeah, Leisure Suit
Leisure
Larry
Suit
is what it
Larry.
probably is. Leisure Suit Larry 8.
So, yeah. My third one, after 13 years, Microsoft will finally release the sequel to Advent Rising.
Yeah, that was supposed to happen. The Orson Scott Card written first-person shooter RPG-esque. Or not first-person shooter, third-person.
Did you play it?
No, it looked cool. I always wanted to play it.
I liked it. It was fun. It was
Really
probably
good
one
game.
of the first games that I actually like played from front to back.
It came after they started the next generation, or like right around that time, so I kind of missed it because I was playing WoW.
Yeah. And they kept saying, like, Advent Shadow was supposed to come out, and it was, like, crowdfunded and all this stuff, and they just decided not to do it, so... All right, moving on. Nintendo shows us Pokemon on the Nintendo Switch and surprises us with a fall release date.
Ooh,
That'd be tasty.
man. That would be really rad.
Right? Because they haven't really announced anything for the fall yet. I imagine we're going to Smash Brothers in the fall, but
Yeah.
they haven't made any announcements yet for what's coming out.
And what if they implemented some sort of like Pokemon Go aspects to the Switch?
That'd be
dude,
cool.
that would be
Like, you could catch Pokemon in Pokemon Go and use them in the game.
Well, no, they would take elements of what Pokemon Go is and incorporate them into the Switch somehow.
That'd be cool.
I don't really know how they
finding
would
your
do that.
Pokemon in real life. Like
yeah,
you're walking
but
around.
like what Pokemon Go should be would
Yeah.
be in this.
Yeah,
where,
like actually having battling, which Pokemon
Yes.
Go did not have.
Yes,
like all
exactly.
the things that Pokemon Go
Would
didn't.
they have
do.
to work with Niantic for that to happen?
no,
maybe.
I mean, I don't know what the license between Nintendo and Niantic has in there. Like, you can't have a competing game. I'm sure it does have something like
Game
that.
Freak, because it's like so many parties. Because Nintendo actually doesn't own.
that's
Game
right.
Freak,
Oh, that's
but
right, yeah.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
who knows?
My last one is... All right, guys, calm down for a second.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is good. It's making me have to pee.
Microsoft purchases the rights to the Uncharted franchise and releases the whole series on Xbox One.
Hell yeah! The crowd goes wild, bros.
It is going dormant, they said, for a bit, so
So they buy Naughty Dog, or what happens?
they buy Uncharted from Naughty Dog.
Okay, and then they just get to do those 4 games, and they're done.
Well, they get to make more. They own it.
I do like the beginning part of that, though, a lot, until we talk about it.
Brank, what are your predickies?
So, bros, get ready, hold on to your butts, and get ready for a party-esque time like you've never had.
Wow.
Please sit responsibly.
So here's what happens. I'm going to start with the twofer and go from there. Nintendo's first thing. They start with showing Link climbing a mountain. Breath of the Wild 2
What?
shows up. Heck yeah. And to kick that off, Sony is going to show God of War. They're going to announce a DLC. It's going to at least be 10 hours. And you're going to fight another god in Norse mythology. Heck yeah.
And it's on
First
Xbox.
prediction.
It's on Xbox.
Wait, how is that one prediction?
That's just one prediction. Just don't worry about it. Don't worry
Okay.
about the numbers.
This isn't like a bonus question.
Just a 2-for-1
New-
sale that we're
I
getting
got a
here.
2-for-1 at the beginning because those were both not like crazy. They may have
So
Okay,
let,
okay.
Me, let me piggyback off your Legend of Zelda
Breath of the Wild 2.
Breath of the Wild. What if the characters are all done in chibi animations and instead of Breath of the Wild is called Asthma of the Wild?
No, I don't want this.
What's your next third,
Number
second
2.
one?
So all of a sudden you see this lone little town and there's a bicycle guy on it. It's 2D sprites. Mother 3 gets announced for Nintendo Switch alongside what Nintendo's calling the new virtual console. 100 old games coming out that day.
Boom.
Boom.
100.
100 games.
Dude,
Gonna
bicentennial.
be like, you're gonna have games from GameCube, you're gonna have games from 64, Super Nintendo,
M&M
NES.
Racing and
You're gonna have go-kart racing from Wii. You get it all.
So it's I love this like not virtual console but is virtual console
Yeah.
thing that people are now talking about. Like, what does that mean?
It just means that you have to rebuy every game that you
We're
bought.
not branding it virtual console.
they want to make money. That's the whole.
But Mother 3 has been the game they've been talking about for forever, and this is my last game like prediction that is probable, but I actually think this could happen. I think Mother 3 may come out this year at E3.
Mother May you.
Mother May You. It's been talked about for like 20 years now, so it should come out.
I don't know what that is.
Earthbound 2, pretty much. So
Why is it called Mother?
Because those are the original names in Japanese.
Barf.
Mother 2.
Barf,
Mother
barf,
2.
barf,
Barf, barf, barf, barf, barf, barf, barf, barf.
I hope these
barf.
microphones still work from all the barf all over them.
I've been barfing just like that character Barf.
Can I take a quick barf break?
You may.
Barf Brank? Okay, what's next?
Number 3. So Microsoft comes out. It's Phil Spencer. He's walking to the crowd. And he goes, hey, guys, we got a really cool new partnership to announce. We just bought Valve. all PC games are
Yeah,
available on Xbox today.
Dude.
Boom, shaka laka laka.
That would solve their new IP problem for sure.
Keep going. I was just gonna check who was on chat right now.
Oh, that's Gerald Jerriford. That's our favorite brosif.
Gerald in the house.
He's just waiting to hear what number 4 and 5 are, because believe me, if you thought the Microsoft buying Valve was crazy, this is about to take it to a whole nother level.
Let's reserve.
Okay.
For Jerry.
This is the Nintendo Direct. This is during E3. All you hear is boom, 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 boom. You're seeing these cool splices of a certain auburn-haired, colored, I guess you'd be like a troop jumping across trains and fighting Boba Fett.
Oh my gosh.
And then flying around Hoth. And it's announced Shadows of the Empire 2 Switch exclusive HD remaster that day.
They're gonna remaster a new game. We're all good.
So it's 2. They're releasing a sequel at the end of the year.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And the HD remaster comes out that day.
Dude, I would quit my job to play that game.
You better be ready to do that, bro.
Do you know how happy people would be if that was actually announced?
Oh, dude.
This is Dream3.
The workforce would literally dwindle down to a few people that day.
Dude, yeah, the world would end that day. That'd be so amazing.
Games ever made, man.
Yep. That I love all my predictions. I didn't love yours as much, Josh, but I would trade all my predictions for that one prediction.
I hope this happens. This is Dream3. Let's make it happen, okay? You can thank Super BS. And for my final prediction, now you thought, okay, that's crazy. What could I do?
How could you top that? Why wouldn't you end on that one?
Bong.
Oh, my Ballsteins, you did top it.
Bong. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And then Chrono Trigger fades in.
Yep.
2. Coming out this holiday season. Xbox One, PS4, PC. Boom.
It's Chrono Trigger 2 Exodus of Frog.
Exodus of
Where
Frog.
Frog's not in it.
Dude, how cool would that be, though?
Yeah, both of those would be pretty rad. And JJ, I didn't mean that. Your predictions are great.
No, I quit, guys.
No!
Well, now you know what Dream 3 is for next Dream 3 when we all come back and we predict Shadows of the Empire 2-2.
2-2. Well, that was super fun, and I really do hope all those wonderful wishes come true.
I hope so, too.
Except, actually, especially, wrong E-word, Veet Veets. Those were great.
Next year,
all 5K related content.
Yeah, next year my predictions will just be everybody's predictions, but remastered.
So what are we doing with these predictions? We're going to write them down and then
staple them to the wall. Whoever actually gets the most predictions wrong...
Oh,
honestly, though, if somebody just got one, I think that's worthy of something.
I agree.
Okay, I got you. Then, if one person gets the most predictions right, then that person gets to choose the beer for that week.
Oh,
boom,
all right,
boom.
Audience, you heard it.
I want to make popping noises. They want to know that this boom is happening.
There's like popcorn in my ears right now from all the pops.
We've been trying to get, what's that called? Like Orville Redenbacher, dude?
More of a movie theater.
No, that was good.
I don't know any other popcorn brands. I'm not a big popcorn guy.
Kirkland.
I'm a huge Kirkland buff when it comes to popcorn.
Yes.
I'm sorry, guys. I almost died. Trying to figure out a second popcorn.
I don't know any.
Do not drink and laugh is the moral of this.
Does Paul Newman make popcorn? Not Paul Newman.
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman from
Doesn't Paul
Darkest Hour.
Paul Newman actually makes ranch dressing, though.
Yeah, he does.
Know that.
That's what I thought. I thought he also
also makes popcorn.
I thought he was a popcorn guy too. His side hustle.
No, Dave, that's the Colonel.
I love how we can only think of
popcorn
one
chicken. Oh, my bad.
We can think of one more.
In the whole.
We can think of one more.
I don't think you can.
We can think of one more.
Pop.
This will be more
What?
impressive to me than all E3 predictions.
What about those?
coming.
What about those little packages that look sort of like movie tickets?
Tell me what they're called.
They're like blue and yellow, and
The
you.
Blockbuster popcorn?
Kirkland.
No, it looks. You like throw it in the microwave and it just kind of like turns
Tell
into
me,
microwave.
tell me the name.
I for one hate popcorn. It
love it.
like getting all those kernels like on the sides of your gums and hate it so much. So gross. Anyways, popcorn sim for my last.
That's your E3 prediction. Popcorn Sim's coming out.
You just have to eat a whole bucket and not like kill yourself afterwards. That's the sim.
Oh, man. I really hope Shadows of the Empire 2 comes out.
That'd be so choice. Speaking of choice, we have another mini BS getting thrown up.
Just went up, my bros. You can hear it now.
Well, I mean, by then they will. Yeah, it'll be up for a few days. So yeah, check out our Veet and our Kanban up there. Getting the talk on. Yeah, guys. I mean, just email us, rate and review the show, hit us up on social media, and we love you and we want to kiss you all. And if you have any other Dream3 wish predictions, send them our way.
Email us, my bros.
What's our email address? superbscast@gmail.com.
Wow, good job, Jink.
Yeah, thank you.
That's it.
I'm going to cut out that if.
Yeah, you should. It's embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing. It was really cool.
All right, should we end this?
Heck yeah.
This episode's brought to you by Kirkland, guys. Thank you.
It's brought to you by Orville Redenbacher.
And not our official sponsor, the Wheelie Dealy.
Tasty.
Wheelie Q barbecue sauce and rubs. Check it out today.
Check out their
WheelieQ.com.
WheelieQ.com/SuperBS. Get the Super BS flavoring. Add it to all your pork chops.
We're done.
Chicken wings.
We're ending now.
Add it to
It tastes
all
like
your spices.
I've taken my headphones off. We're done.
So we're gonna keep going with this.
All right,
Add
double
it to
middle
your
finger. You're done. You're
Add it to
done.
your ranch dressings.
You're
Add it to all your dressings.
All your predictions have been disqualified.
That's to us people that can feel things. It hurts.